Good evening. We know that fluoride injures the brain and body, so would it be considered a crime to deliberately add fluoride to the county water supply? Let's talk about it. The federal statute 42 U.S.C. makes it a crime when one person tampers with the public drinking water system with the intention to do harm. Fluoride is a neurotoxicant which harms the brain and body. Therefore, fluoridated water would likely show intention to do harm. Additionally, the Code of Virginia 18.2-54.1, attempts to poison, makes it a Class 3 felony for anyone to administer a prescription or over-the-counter medicine in the waterworks with the intent to injure another person. Because the Public Utilities Director knows that fluoride is an unapproved drug and a neurotoxicant which harms the brain and body, I believe that this shows intent to do harm. So why does the board allow one man to drug 330,000 residents with fluoride? The claim given by Mr. Chan is that the health department is forcing him to add toxic fluoride into our sacred water supply. If this man is truthful, then that would mean that VDH has been blackmailing our beloved county. For VDH does not have the authority to require fluoride due to the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act. Additionally, the Virginia Administrative Code 12 VAC 5-590-930 fluoridation says, quote, the board recommends that all community waterworks in Virginia be optimally fluoridated. VDH deliberately used the word recommends because they know they cannot require water fluoridation. Board of Supervisors, you must know by now that VDH cannot lawfully require Henrico to fluoridate their water. And you must know by now that the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act 42 U.S.C. prohibits requiring any substance to be added to the drinking water for preventive health care purposes. This includes fluoride. Moreover, on December 19, 2024, the Public Utilities Director inappropriately directed fluoride chemicals be added back into the water, the public water supply, after it was taken out of the water for nearly a year. I believe that Mr. Chan's tyrannical ordering of fluoride to be added back into our water is an abuse of discretion and a violation of state and federal laws. People should have the choice as to what they spit and what they swallow. Mr. Chan added fluoride to the water despite HHS's recent release of its damning toxicology report, which reveals neurological health risk in children. This information should have automatically banned fluoride everywhere in Virginia under the state code 32.1-170 regulations, which mandates pure water that protects public health. So why has this board allowed such egregious conduct to continue? Hasn't the Nuremberg, Tuskegee, or COVID taught you that we mustn't let anyone in the government to force medication on us? And that the public water systems should be about fresh, clean, safe drinking water, not a means for delivering government prescribed medicine without the consent of the consumer. Last, it costs the county close to $1 million a year in fluoride chemicals and operational costs, and millions more to constantly replace the equipment due to the corrosive effects of the hydrofluorosilicic acid. So before you vote on April 8th to raise everyone's water bill, think about how much money you could save us all if you stopped adding fluoride to our public water. Remember, legally speaking, VDH cannot force fluoride, and anyone telling you otherwise is a liar. You do have a choice, so please stop this unethical, barbaric practice of mass medicating the public without our consent and save the county buckets of money at the same time. Just because VDH has not changed the regulatory code to reflect scientifically backed federal rulings doesn't mean that you have to follow their ill-advised recommendations like a bunch of half-baked lemmings walking off the side of a cliff. Read the federal act, laws, and science, and then decide if you still want us all to swallow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, it concludes the folks who have pre-registered. We will certainly accept comments from anyone else in the audience that wishes to speak to the board this evening on any item. And of course, those